Humanity is not about the vanity. Rather, if we fail to show, it will be the insanity. Yes, being a human being, the humanity is quite expected aspects in our life. Otherwise, we should not be called as a human being. Being the most superior in terms of the thinking ability and the speaking ability, human has bestowed the great blessings from the God or the Creator. And that's why it should bear such more responsibility so that we cannot become cruel to our fellow people, to our fellow animal, and there is real power of the humanity. Let me tell you one example in my life. When I joined as a management trainee in my previous organization, Hindustan Zinc Limited, in 1996, long back, and fortunately and or unfortunately, I was under a very strict boss. I'm not naming him, but what happened? I expected that I will get some solace. I will work entire day very hard to learn the things, but after the work, I have the right to enjoy. Because after a long struggle from the rural background, I got this job. But what happened? Because of the questions, because of the excessive work pressures, I was bowed down. And in the odd time also I was being called, not for the plant fault, but for the mere difficulties in understanding the purchase kind of the things. So whether indent was made or not and what is the status of purchasing this, but most of the purchasing part was not under my control. But my life got very changed at that time. People thought under that boss, strict boss, the production quality will be enhanced. It had enhanced. There's no doubt about it. But later on, when that particular boss was transferred, I was blessed with another boss. His demeanor of the managing the thing was very simple manner, and his behavior with everybody was great. And I really appreciate his humanity. Apart from the workplace, he used to ask about our well-being, whether all facilities in the guest house well or not. And I really liked him. It was seen at the end of the year that the uh, production figure, what we did under questions, it was around 25% higher than without questions, just because of the behavior of the human being, humanity. His behavior was polite, it doesn't mean he lost control of the operation of the plant or maintenance of the plant. But he did everything in a calm, quiet manner instead of grueling to the subordinates. So here is the difference between the being cruel or humanity. I cited this example because I witnessed this. I saw this in my own life. And that's why I can tell you that being human and behaving in a human way with other people will add value in our life, will add value in the other's life as well. And it is quite essential in the situation we meet in the practical field. Where the technology fails and where we become helpless because of the lack of the spares, because of the lack of the components that meant to be and that need to be done for the fixing of certain problems in the plant. At that times, your behaviors, your humanity will work. You don't know what the treasures we have in our employees. Even merely a helper level employee can give you the $1 million suggestions to make the plant running. I got it. And it was all possible because of the good well behavior. Deal the thing professionally. Well behavior doesn't mean that you will relax. No relaxations. But it is the way out to extract the ideas from the ground level people who knows the job in a better way as compared to our knowledge, which is limited up to the theoretical aspects of the subject. That's why I can call it the power of humanity. It is not only limited to the human being. I would like to suggest that humanity is far more extended for the benefit of the world, for the benefit of the society. And for that, we need to be kind enough for the stray animals, the stray dogs, cats, other animals, because continuously we are encroaching their habitat and they are dwindling in the limited scope, limited areas. So it's our responsibility to give them, to facilitate them for their own growth, procreations, and also well-being. Remember, every species of this world is interdependent. And if any of the species, either of the species become extinguished, are totally lost, in such case, it will be the creator of the havoc in the environment. What happened? During 1952-54, like that, the great man-made famine in China. Mao Zedong, the great leader, he thought that if he can control, if he can kill the sparrows, they can prevent the loss of the paddy from the field, because sparrows was reported to take the paddies, what is produced in the field. But he forgot to think that sparrows not only eat the paddies, they eat something else. They realized it only after the swarm of locusts used to invade the paddy field and damage the paddy field with a very short time. So you can imagine the existence of the sparrow is also useful for us. We cannot neglect even the bees or the wasp because they are responsible for the pollinations. And that's why we can get our food in our plates. So all these things are interrelated, and that's also the reason for peaceful coexistence for all the species. And it is our responsibility as a responsible citizen to help the other species also grow, including the planting of the lot of trees, because trees become the habitat of the millions of the insects, giving us the fresh oxygen as well, with free of cost. If we can maintain our humanity in our life and we can extend to the nature, we can make this world as a paradise. So, my dear friend, humanity is not merely the vanity. If we fail to give the humanity, it will be insanity. We will be not capable to fit being called as a human being.